Okay, here's what happened. Just kidding. All right, so it's Thursday, you guys. Welcome to another episode of Southbridge Street Live. I am here with my dear friend Joel Sager, and you guys might recognize him as a random guy from his show, Random Guy. So how are you this morning?
I'm good.
Good. Okay, so here's what happened. What happened was I double booked, and so we decided today, this is our new rule, right, Jake, is that if you are the person that messes the program, lineup up, you have to find a random guest. And who better than to just have Random Guy as my random guest. So welcome to the show.
Hello.
It's so fun for you to be on this side since this
I'm
is
usually over
the
there
other side.
in this side. And over,
there you are in the back.
Over
yes.
the background.
So good morning.
Hello.
So what do you want to talk about?
Well, whatever.
Because we're going to hold them captive for
that's right.
20 minutes.
Every time somebody doesn't show up for their show, this is going to be what you have to watch for the next 10 to 15 minutes.
So don't worry. I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to be...
We can talk about whatever. We can talk about Game of Thrones.
Okay, let's talk about Game of Thrones.
Okay, well, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, don't listen to what I'm about to say then.
Oh, okay, because the other day you tried to spoil alert
I did, yeah.
the Avengers and you lied. You were so bad.
I did see that finally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. I saw it right after. I mean, I saw it before you, actually, because you freaked me out. Yeah, and then it was nothing is more irritating to get to the end of the movie and realize that your friend was fibbing.
I know.
Yeah, so here's what I did. So I extended that offer, right? I extended that lie to another friend where I said, that Thor, D-I-E, and then I left off the rest. And that person sent me a text, was like, I cannot believe that you did that. Like, that's awful. And I was like, well, I didn't know, like, if I just said bring tissue because at the end.
So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen
D-I-E.
Avenger
Okay, but hold on a
Endgame.
second.
Okay.
But then I added, after she watched the movie, the T. Right?
Yes. He died.
Thank you.
Okay.
There you go.
That was good.
It was good.
I like that.
So
I
know I'm clever. So Game of Thrones, you've been watching since the first season?
Uh-huh.
Okay, awesome.
Obviously, I'm a nerd.
Yes, you are. You're a big nerd because you have Allosoft,
That's right.
which is our big sponsor here. So shout out to our big sponsor, Allosoft, and Data Suite. So on Data Suite.
Yeah. So I wasn't happy with the last couple episodes. Well, here's what I wanted to happen. Okay.
Jake, are you hearing this?
Can I talk? Can I talk freely?
Yeah.
Can I say what? So
yes.
Here's what I wanted to happen.
Okay.
Okay. The last episode when. Obviously, was it? No, I guess the episode before last when the Ice King got
right.
killed.
Yes.
Here's what I wanted to happen. And I think would have been really good. So, right before he walks up to Bran, the kid in the wheelchair, and then Bran stands up, and then they go off then to go fight the war in the South. Like pretty much, they would get up and then leave. Some of the people who lived, obviously they lived, but they, quote unquote, got up and they were in cahoots with each other. And you'd be like, oh my gosh, this whole time you'd be like, Midnight Shyamalan twist or whatever that is. And I'd be like, oh man, he was really the bad guy the whole time. That's what I wanted to happen. And then he had just...
That Braun was the bad guy.
Yeah,
that little kid?
That little kid, he was the bad guy,
guy.
and he had helped create a bigger army.
Oh.
But I'm pro White Walker.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you the one that came in there?
Yes, I have a White Walker for 2020.
You also came in and you were like, what? I don't get it. Like, no, it was with the Avengers too.
Oh yeah, I was mad about that too.
You were like, wait, I don't understand. Why does the protagonist, his army always has to die?
Well, yeah.
And how is that fair for the Avengers to say our guys shouldn't die, your guys should die?
Yeah, how
does that work?
I mean, there was.
Okay, so Jake, our producer, gave me a potential twist because this is my first season to ever watch it. So you have no idea the numbers of hours that I've been here in the office pretending to work, and I'm actually just trying to catch up with Game of Thrones. History. I think I finally got the whole family tree down. What if, right? Here's the prediction. You shake it, give me one finger up if I can give him what your prediction is.
He didn't give any fingers.
Okay, yeah, I got the finger. What if
What if?
Jon Snow has got to kill the Dragon Queen,
Okay.
right? Because that's the only way
Oh, come on.
for that to work. Because Ray, on my own research, she is the daughter of the Mad King,
That's true.
right? And she doesn't seem to be as sweet as she was in the beginning, because I watched a couple of, you know what I'm saying? I saw 3 episodes one time when the Aquaman, that was the only
Yes.
theory I'd ever seen previous to that. And once he died, I was like, why would you even continue to watch Game of Thrones? Turns out it's one of the best shows.
Turns out
it's phenomenal.
it has a lot of ratings.
It does. And apparently I'm not the only one that's watched it.
Eh.
So anyway, so that's his theory. That Jon
Well,
Snow's
one of
going
them,
to have to...
one of them will and must die,
Yeah.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
if not all of them.
So okay. Well, there was more to it because Jake's brilliant. I can't remember what all he said, but it hurt my heart to know that could potentially be the ending. However, the one thing that he and I agreed on is, this last episode, when they killed the dragon to shoot it from the sky, that was awful, right? Because remember, this is my first season to ever watch it. So the dragon that dies, that skids across the frozen lake and gets, I mean, I'm teared up. I can't even believe it. I don't even understand that this is the Dragon Queen's children. Do you know what I mean? I just think that those are her pets and they're lovely. I'm just now trying to learn about the dire wolves, okay? Because there's no dire wolves in this, really in this season. There's one left, so I'm just learning the history. To see it get shot out of the sky hurt my heart. But then there was this point where I was like, why are you not continuing to fire at the other one? And if you fire at the other one and you kill it, then you're pretty much, you know what I'm saying? You've eradicated all of her true power.
True.
I mean, her army's basically gone. I'm just saying it was kind of annoying that they didn't go after the other one. But I recognize that, there's
Next
still more
episode.
episodes.
Yeah.
So how do you think it's going to end? We could just be spoiler alert. for the whole thing.
50% of the people will die. I hope.
Right.
I mean, that's my prediction in
Right.
my if not, then
But they'll find the crab and they'll make it back to Dutch Harbor.
absolutely. I like
Because
that.
they always do.
They always do.
Because they always do. Yeah. So 50% will die. Thanks for that one. What do you think? So how do you think it'll end up? Who will get the, is it the Iron Throne? Yeah, who will be on the Iron Throne?
Jon Snow. I'm just going to predict that. Or Arya. One of the two. But everybody else will die. And it'll be sad.
You think Arya will get the Iron Throne?
No, she'll probably die. So let's say she dies. Because,
You can never. This is so random. We're very random. So afterwards, because I don't think I would get I don't think I would get a finger to tell you what Jake's prediction is, because he will like.
Yeah.
You thought I was gonna.
Yeah.
So anyway, so what else is going on in your life? What's going on in your
My
world?
life.
Yeah.
My life. Oh, just working.
Where's Random Guy? Random Guy.
He's randomly working hard
to make sure that this,
to
this
do all this. Speaking of
show
which,
exists.
are we doing a thing tonight or no? Is there
What?
or tomorrow? What's on deck for tomorrow?
It's our new cooking show.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, Girl
Oh, okay,
Sergeant.
yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Woo, I got so excited. My little voice went up a couple of octaves. I'm so excited. Yes, the Grill Sergeant.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. I'm excited for the, I'm excited for the different kinds of the flavor that he'll bring, just because Mike Allen's got such a great personality, but also too, like what we're going to do for the veterans. So.
And do we have
And first responders, which
oh,
is
yeah, that'll be
always
good.
so
That'll be good. I
important
saw
to
the
me.
field of the.
Yep.
It was
Field of Honor is
every
up
time I
and
drive by it, I
beautiful.
choke up a little bit.
Oh, me
It's
too.
very, very moving.
I've
night,
had,
especially.
I've had the grand honor by happenstance, not realizing or timing it correctly, of having them come in while I was in the car, driving in and getting out of my car.
I know.
Yes, so I'm super, super excited for what this show will bring. So, and if you guys don't know, we're starting a new show. It's called Grill Sergeant. It's going to air tomorrow live. It's going to be our first episode. And what Mike Allen is going to do, because he's a retired Army veteran, we are going to cook food. And then after we cook the food, we're going to plate it up. And a couple of volunteers are going to go out and we're going to provide those meals to some veterans and first responders who might be immobile.
Oh, that's cool.
And that would be something to kind of do. So if you are interested in a way to support veterans, helping to pay for the food would be an awesome thing to do. We also have, next Thursday, we're going to launch our big show. which I should probably wait for them to, but we've got another show coming. We've got another show coming.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. It's going to be amazing. Something to do with art, but whatever. So cool. So have you decided what you're going to name your place?
What place?
Where said new show is going to be putting their...
Yes, I have.
Okay, what did you decide?
I can't tell you.
You can't
yet.
tell me yet?
No, that's
a spoiler
I don't
alert?
want to spoil it because I need some big art to go with it, and some big, it's got to be.
Exactly.
It's got to be ready. It's not
Yeah,
ready.
it's almost, but it's getting there. So, what do you think of what do you think over the year and a half that we've been putting this stuff together has been your favorite thing? Of just like the process of starting something, so new for Victoria.
Well, this is neat. I mean, this whole new studio that you have.
Yeah, this is
really,
amazing.
I mean, it's come along, and it's keeps growing and transforming, and that's neat to watch. And it's neat to watch the whole behind the scenes process.
Right, it is amazing.
And Jake's awesome, and
Yes,
watching him
we
do
get
his
to
work
shout out to
is
him a
amazing.
bunch. Yeah.
He's really good at what he does. I'm so he makes it look really easy, and I'm like, it's cool. It's cool to watch because I'm a nerd, and I go, oh, that's
Yeah. Well, think about it, because from the very beginning was at this really small little
with an
place
iPhone
that
or
I
something
that I
like
rented.
that.
I liked my iPhone.
I'm not
yes.
dogging your iPhone, but it's,
well, remember too that Michael Montalongo would come on like a Thursday evening, or maybe it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday evenings, and I would be so nervous. Like there would be times where I would say like, and I, obviously I named the show as I do. I kind of reserve the right to name all the shows. So like that's my one thing as director, flag in the sand. Was Southbridge Street Live, and I would be so nervous that even after like a month and a half, I'd still say like, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for watching South Street Bridge.
Do you still get nervous when you do interviews?
Always. I'll always be nervous when I do interviews.
And
the hardest thing for me is that it's never about me. It's always about my guest, and I don't do things correctly. Like I've had professionals say, you need to look at the camera more. But if I look at the camera more, then I've lost eye contact with the person.
Right.
And the person that I'm interviewing really needs eye contact. They need to know that somebody's listening and hearing. So, am I doing it all correct? I don't know, but what I'm doing is working.
No,
you know
I agree.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
doing,
good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
I like it.
So me too. I'm pretty fond of it too. I'm especially glad that you like it. It's kind of important to me that you like it. So, but I think that by the end of summer, we're gonna have it's gonna be this full-bodied, so that at any time that you turn on, Facebook and you see the Southbridge Street Live, you're gonna get something good. I mean, we do that now, but it's gonna be more.
And I like how we don't come out and ask the viewers. Everything I watch is always that's like this environment. They're telling people what to do, like, please subscribe, hit us, like, do this, do that, buy our merchandise. Not that we have merchandise, because that would be
because we don't.
Because we
right.
don't. But
because that's not like us.
But it's not about that. It's not about.
Okay, but I'm still getting into this whole thing where I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to get sponsors.
No, I agree.
For
we do need sponsorship, and we can always use that. But we're not telling the viewers to punch buttons for us. Oh, by the way, can you please like this video?
Exactly. What do you think about moving into YouTube? Because that's so
I think
scary
that's great.
too.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and not ever boosting. Like we've never boosted.
No,
like,
it's all
kept
organic.
It all organic.
It's very
yeah.
very good.
It doesn't mean that we won't soon, but it's been neat to see. Like we reached, this morning, I just got this announcement. We reached a milestone for viewership, and I don't want to be braggy and all that good stuff. But I mean, it was awesome to be like, wow, people are getting it. They're understanding what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. So what else?
Coffee? I didn't get any coffee this morning.
I know, I'm sorry. I told you. I said I'd get you coffee, but I was not going to do it on air.
What kind of coffee do you drink?
What kind of coffee? Okay, well, so you turned me on to the sugar-free creamer, which I'm addicted to now, which is why you don't have any sugar-free creamer left.
I know, I keep going back there, and I'm like, it's gone.
It's gone. So I think this is Donut Shop.
Oh, I like that one. I like the Donut Shop, and I like Taste of San Antonio. It's got a little cinnamony twist to it.
Okay, my favorite is the Taste of Houston, and I buy those pods, and then they're gone super fast, so I know that your guys like it too. Because it's got a little hint of coconut.
Oh, it's like an Almond Joy and a
Oh, it's like an Almond Joy, but it's not sweet.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I like coconut.
So, okay, so here's another random thing. We try to do the keto diet. How are you doing?
Well, this morning I woke up and I had just some eggs, and that was good. So I got some protein, and I haven't had any carbs today. So it's more just I just try to eat healthy and good, but that's hard.
So
'Cause it
how many
seems-
days since we started the keto
Let's
diet
not
did
talk
we say
about that.
we started? You said random. We can be random on random guy. Every day since I said that I would do this with you, I've had to start over.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's
Every
what I'm saying.
day.
That's okay. That's okay, and that's okay. All I tell I tell my kids, I say, when they mess up, I say, just do better the next time.
Right.
And
okay,
as
good.
long as you keep doing better than
Yeah,
the
I'm
time you
better
did
than-
before,
yeah.
then you'll just get better and better.
Well, my thing was the sugar-free sweetener. Like that was a huge big curve for me. Learning
How
curve.
many do you put in there? 1 or 2? Or 3?
3.
Oh, no wonder why we're always out.
What?
Well, now you need to cut it back. Keep cutting it back until it's just bitter coffee.
Until
and
it's just
black
plain coffee?
Like my heart. And, no, I'm just kidding.
No.
I don't know how. Plain black coffee is a little hard to deal with.
I think I can handle it. I think
I
in a
can
pinch
handle it,
sometimes.
Well, when I just need caffeine, that's what I go for.
Can you go a whole day without drinking coffee?
No.
No way.
This is me on 1 cup, and I'm still tired.
I know how we could talk about how we met
Oh yeah.
because
yeah.
because what was the thing was the pods.
The pods.
Okay, so the first time I met you was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and I came in. I don't even remember. I came into Alsoft for something. We
This
were
is
doing
so
some,
random.
some fundraiser, right?
Yeah.
And you walk in to I guess Paul's office, and you have a pod on your eye, and you're talking to me like you're like, oh hey, it's nice to meet you, and I'm like, what are you doing? And you say that the pod, the heat from the pod, after you've used it in the Keurig.
Now you got to be careful
actually
because it
helps
comes out
with
really hot. But
Yeah.
if you wait a few,
You
a
didn't tell
minute
me
or
that
so-
at
I know,
first,
yeah,
by the way. Do you
you
remember?
almost burned your face off. You wait a few minutes. It's like a
third
warm
degree.
compress. You put that on your eye right there.
yeah.
It helps it helps
Yeah.
with the circulation and the bagginess in your eyes.
Uh-huh. See, so like he knows he's got random girl tips
So you'll be
too.
seeing me grabbing coffee pods that are just been used, and I'm like, well, this doesn't just come naturally.
This
you
takes
know?
work. This
Actually-
takes work.
Yeah.
So, so do you know what the third show is coming up next? Do you know what we're gonna do?
No.
Okay, good. Well, then I have some
Oh.
secrets for you too.
I know
I have some
nothing.
spoiler alerts for you coming too. And then I promise we'll be done for a while because I'm sure Jake is like,
And I want to do, we have podcast stuff, and we're
yes. Oh my gosh, we're able to do podcasts
yeah.
now.
So I want to start a podcast
Yes.
soon.
What are you gonna call it?
Well, I don't know yet, but I want to talk
I
about
guess I can't name that.
just different. You can name it. Yeah, that's fine. Just different. I want to run through scenarios. Like for example, let's say you wake up and you have the Midas touch with your hands. Everything you touch turns to gold.
Okay.
Start. Wake up. What do you do? Like if you wake up and anything you touch turns to gold.
But you're talking about true gold?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, then I
It-
probably wouldn't touch anything.
Well, no. So let's go through the scenarios. So you
Okay,
wake
all
up.
right.
What are you going to do?
Wow,
What do you
this
do
is pretty
first?
Fascinating. Every morning, what do I do? Like,
No,
you
no.
want to know literally
Yeah,
what I do?
start off with
I journal every morning,
Oh,
usually.
you can't anymore
Yeah, no, I can't anymore.
because everything you touch is going to turn to gold. So quickly,
What makes you think everything that I touch doesn't already turn to gold? Maybe I've got this
so
all
quickly
figured
you're
out.
going to have to get some gloves to where that wouldn't
Right,
happen.
exactly. So how do you touch the gloves, though, to get it?
Well, you need a personal assistant now,
A personal assistant. I have one.
which you can now afford because everything you touch turns to gold.
That's my plan. Okay, so what do you think in your scenario?
Well, in the scenario, obviously you can't touch anybody
Right.
or anything. It
Right.
just turns to gold. So you
Right.
quickly have to get gloves and quickly have to get an assistant, and it changes your life. It's very
It
difficult.
changes your life?
But that's what the podcast would talk about. Our scenario of how just the
Right, and different people will probably have very different, you know what I'm saying, feelings about this. Like there might be some that's like, well, immediately, do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to touch whatever.
I mean, we'd have to put some
possessions in the
guidelines
house,
into this, but
right.
yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Anyway.
fascinating.
Or I like to talk about time travel, but that gets
Ooh,
we
got
don't
into
have
a
time.
little
We don't
bit-
have time to
We got
talk
into a little
about
bit
that.
of time travel yesterday. We almost breached it when Adam was here. We were getting close.
No, there's too many rules and too many loops, and
Okay, all right, wait. So feet to the fire, because that's what I do.
I
on
personally don't.
365. Wait.
Go ahead.
You could be in a time machine.
Okay.
You could go forwards and make something up, or you could go backwards. Let's go, no, forget about forwards.
Well, time
You're gonna
traveling
go
into the future is totally possible. So that we can stop right
Did you
there.
just say that? Out loud?
Theoretically, it's absolutely possible. Yes.
Yeah. Would
To
you do
travel
it?
into the future. Yes.
How do you get through the worm part? That's the thing. Is that like how are you
Going
not,
back's
like,
a different problem.
How are
We
you
can
not,
talk
like,
about that.
Stretched to
We need to
time
get a
conti-
chalkboard.
time continuum. How does that not? How does that not happen?
Well, so
Do you want to travel?
Traveling into the future, you just have to get close to the speed of light. So we talk.
Right.
So everybody else slows down. You speed up.
Right.
So
Would you want to time travel?
no, because
Would you want to risk it?
everybody you know is going to be dead. Like if you go to, let's say you travel 100 years, it's just.
Yeah, that's super depressing. Thank you. I don't have.
But I mean, on the flip side.
What about outer space? Will you go into outer space if we could afford to just get on the rocket and go?
Man, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
That'd be
that I
cool.
would totally do.
Yeah, I would.
I would
do
also
that.
like to jump out.
Yeah.
If I could float
I'd like
back
to take a mission to the moon. That'd be fun to go see the moon base.
A mission to the moon. All right then.
Be like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall.
I remember.
Visit the moon base.
There's only one scene from that movie that I remember that was like, and everything else was not. Everything else was second to that. The fact that they dumped him, one of the guys out, and he becomes like this skeletal thing. Is it?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, but that didn't even. That's not a second scene.
Yeah, the second scene.
That's the second scene.
I know the scene you're talking
That
about.
was interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so that was random. What do you think? We did
Pretty
it?
random.
Did we knock it out? Did we
I
cover
hope.
enough?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we're
hit
able
the
to
like button,
podcast.
subscribe.
No, you said we don't do that.
No, we don't do that. I'm
But
just
you
kidding.
but you know what? If you're interested in doing a podcast, we have all.
Yeah.
We have everything here. All you
And
gotta
that's
do
right.
is
So anybody
sign
who,
up.
sign up, come in, do a podcast.
Sign up, come in and do a podcast. We got plenty of room. And we've got all the awesome equipment
And all the time in the world.
because we're time benders.
Time.
Because we know how to travel through time. Thank you so much
You're welcome.
for being on. So anytime that I mess up, which is
this is what you're gonna
my
get.
first time. This is my first time in 3 months that I've messed up. So anytime I mess up in the future, can I come and grab you?
Sure.
No matter what. I think you're so fun to play with me and to do this and to even come on your sandals. 'Cause
With
you're
my
like,
flip-flops,
really?
right?
Well, I mean, yeah, with your flip flops.
Well, this is my daily attire.
This is your daily attire. Must be nice.
Just so you know, when I started my current business, I said my mission, goal, and statement in life was, I want to work in flip-flops. That was it. Nobody asked. I didn't care about money. I don't know what I wanted.
Random?
I just need to work in flip-flops and shorts because
Really?
it's Texas.
And
yeah.
then you got it. You did
Yeah, I
it.
did. Yeah, I
See,
made
look
it.
at that.
I've made it.
Manifester.
I made it.
He's a manifester. Well, that was awesome. Thank you very
welcome.
much for your time. And so yes, you'll come in and be my random guy.
Sure, I'll be the random
The
spot
random guy.
when
Okay,
we
cool.
mess up.
All right. So 2 more episodes of Game of Thrones.
Yep, everybody dies
Okay,
except 2
I
people.
want you to tell me now, name it right now, who's on the Iron Throne.
Jon Snow. I know.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching Southbridge Street Live. That was